Hey gang, back playing more Kerbal Space Program, crab shoes, all that good stuff. When we last were here, I was attempting to reach the moon, and I feel like I've got a rocket to do it with. I just need to fly it better. So let's see if I can actually fly it better. The problem I had last time, if you watched and don't remember, or if you didn't watch it, and if you didn't watch it, what are you doing here? Go watch them in order. Like, this is what, video 5? Like, watch 1, 2, 3, 4. There's good stuff in there. Anyway. Last time I think I left it a bit late to start accelerating at the peak of my trajectory, and then by the time I was actually what's the word I'm looking for? By the time I was actually getting to a point where I was escaping the Earth's gravity, that I was already too low and it had been really difficult to get anywhere. So hopefully this time will go a little bit differently. Maybe I won't be such a bad pilot, astronaut, driver, whatever. But as always, we'll find out together. I really need to put separatrons on these rockets because, well, you'll see why. Unless you watched the last video, you know. Like that, see where it hits everything? But it's fine. Nothing breaks. So, same deal. Although this time I'm going to do what I used to do. I'm going to get this up to 40,000. Oh, did I not actually... Oh, I did. It's just taking a really long time to accelerate. See, this is the problem. I've got so much weight that this speed is not increasing nearly as quickly as I'd like. I perhaps need to put more rockets on that first stage. Anyway, what I'm going to do, now that I'm getting there, is I'm going to start tilting a little bit. Start increasing that arc, because it'll give me more time to accelerate at the top. In theory. I'm still going to cut the engines when this gets to 70 odd. Whether doing this way is a good idea or not, I actually don't know. I mean, for all I know, every way I actually launch a rocket in this game is completely wrong. But, you know, this is what I found to work for me, so I'm kind of loath to not try anything else. Kind of loath to try anything else. Does that sentence make sense? Maybe. It's like I'm a native English speaker or something. So, I'm not going to leave it as late as I did last time. Like 30 seconds out, I'm going to punch it. Close enough. Oh, the ship's so heavy with fuel. Alright, there we go. Yeah, see, this is better. This is more what I want. Start accelerate before you get to the peak. I mean, I'm probably going to end up passing it. In fact, I'm almost certainly going to end up passing it, but, you know, still an improvement. It's just, yeah, this rocket's got to move a lot of weight. I think, I was wondering if I'd almost be better off having one less tank. There's less fuel, but I get up to speed so much quicker. Either that or I need to have more rockets in the first stage, just so that, like, before I have to use any of this fuel, I'm already higher up and already faster moving than I am currently. Alright, this is looking a little better. Apart from the fact we're still using all my damn fuel. Maybe it wasn't just down to how I was flying the thing. Maybe it's just not enough power. Because the problem I have is this engine's like 650 thrust, and the one I've got in here is like 220. but now I have a lot less weight to accelerate. And the more fuel I use in this stage, the less fuel I'm going to have to land with and to try and escape the moon's gravity to land back on the planet again. Because it takes a lot of fuel to land. Or at least it does for me, because I suck. So I need this periapsis to increase a bit. Which it is not doing. And now probably won't any more than it is. That's fine though. I can always boost it up when I get to this point, which I probably will and probably should do. This is a lot of fuel to be using now. Yeah, I think I need more power in my first stage. That's probably good. Sweet. So, getting to moon orbit, I got kind of a lot of fuel. This might be okay. Depends how the landing goes. Right, so. Oh sweet, I'm just going to land straight on the thing. Excellent. So, there's the moon in the darkness. There's my legs extending, which you can just about see. I speed up till I get a bit closer. This is where it gets tricky. Because you don't want to get so close before you start accelerating that you can't get all the speed off that you need to get off. But at the same time, you don't want to use all your fuel too early trying to get all the speed off. Do you know what I mean? Like, you kind of want to hit 0 at 0. You don't want to hit 0 at 20,000 or whatever, like I'm probably going to. Like, if you leave it too late, you just smash into the moon. If you do it too early, you don't have enough fuel by the time you get down to it, and then you smash into the moon, or you can't get back off the moon. I need to get a bit closer than I am. And also, landing in the dark, pretty difficult. I don't know if I'm on a slope or anything. Hopefully I've left myself enough time. Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, I don't have the thing for it anyway. So, part of the reason I want to land on the moon anyway is so you can collect surface samples. Like, to do that, you do usual EVA and climb out. The problem I have is I have no way, if I climb out and get on the surface of the moon, of getting back in the ship. So I can't get out. You can research ladders. Man, I wish I could see where the hell I was going, but I can't. Can research ladders, but I don't have that bit. That's probably the next bit of science. considering I seem to have a rocket that will get to the moon at least. Whether it's a rocket that will get back, who knows? Like, I love to think of like the actual real world like Apollo landings and stuff in terms of Kerbal. Because if I was running NASA, then I'd have left so many rockets on the moon. So many astronauts just left to die. Right, so we're approaching the part where it gets finicky. And here's the other thing that really makes this difficult. I was going to say it makes it annoying, but it doesn't make it annoying, it makes it difficult. You don't land on the moon when this necessarily hits 0, because it doesn't take into account like any craters or mountain ranges or anything. So you really do have to eyeball like how far you are away from the surface. Which, with no light and no shadow being cast, because I'm landing on the dark side of the moon, Pink Floyd, is very difficult. And it also appears I'm going to land on a slope, which means that as soon as these legs hit the ground, I might just roll over, which sucks. Yeah, see, I can't see a shadow, I don't know how far away I am. Ah, it's looking good. Oh no, I hit that rock! No, 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 no. No! Stay upright. Please. Yes! Look at that. Hey? On the fucking moon. So, let's do our research stuff. Hell yeah, 100 science. Get some of that. 40. Oh, and then we do a crew report and get 20, but I can transmit that. So I will. Beep, beep, beep. And then I'm going to, oh no, I'm going to do an EVA. Do not let go, because there's no way I can get back on, because I don't have ladders. Keep that, board, review that, and transmit it. And once this is transmitted, we're going to try and get back to the planet. So, first step is to get out of Moon's orbit. That means gravitational pull. And here's how I'm going to do it. I'm going to go 45 degrees, full power, until this blue line that isn't a blue line anymore. Well, until it has a circle at the end of it, signifying that I'm escaping the moon. And then as soon as it does, I'm going to cut the engine and do a bit of waiting. Well, do a bit of time skipping, to be honest. Bam! Right, so that's going to get me back into Kerbin orbit, or Kerbin's gravitational pull. Now, this point is closer to the Earth than this point, because periapsis and apoapsis, that's basically what they mean. The periapsis is the closest point, and whatever. Anyway, so I skip time, so I get to here, and accelerate in a clockwise direction as we look, to slow myself down and bring the periapsis closer to the planet. Literal rocket science. So, this is my marker, this is the direction I need to accelerate in. Shazam. And I have so much fuel left. Excellent. I knew my design was good, I just had to fly better. Which I did. Yeah. Speed up time a bit. Ignore that, because I'm not actually going to go around the Earth Kerbin, because, yeah, you'll see. Now, I still need to burn off this fuel and get rid of this whole section. Well, I don't need to. I could land with the legs and stuff. If I like the same way I did on the planet, but that's difficult in Earth gravity, so I'm not even going to try. I'm just going to slow myself down as much as I can by accelerating away from the planet. Always good to just make sure you're actually doing the right thing. It's very easy to make mistakes. And that's all my fuel gone. So we detach, pop the parachutes, speed it up a little bit. As for some reason the sound stops, but okay. Early access. I know I say that a lot, but I can't imagine that when the game's actually out that the sound's just going to randomly stop for no apparent reason. I mean, it might. That might have been on purpose, who knows. I'd be surprised though. And there you go. Assuming that the game doesn't fuck up and screw my parachutes over again like it did last time. That is a successfully completed moon landing. Next up is trying to get onto the moon itself and take a surface sample. Which, in theory, is straightforward. You build a ladder on the side of the ship, you climb down it, you get your stuff, you climb back on it. For reasons that will become apparent as I try and do it, it's not that straightforward. Mainly because you can't really build a ladder straight down to the ground. You have to build it as far down as your legs go, and then you have to jump up on... yeah, you'll see. Awkward is the way I would describe it. Because, for example, like, you know how... like the design we've just been using, I've got that big wide tank that bolts on underneath here. Well, you can put a ladder that goes up all the way to that side of that tank, but there's no way, at least that I'm aware of, that you can get your guys to actually crawl over the overhang, no matter how you build the ladder. And it becomes super frustrating. Like, I'm sure it's just a control thing that I'm missing. It must be, because it's so difficult. But, you know, if you spend enough time and jump at this thing enough times, you get there eventually. Theoretically. We'll see. We will see. Yeah, I can probably speed this up now. I wonder. No, okay. That'll do for now. Space Center. So you already have 100 signs just from the stuff we transmitted. But check this out. Whoa! So much science. Now, let's get some real upgrades. Let's get some NASA shit up in here. Like a ladder. Well, I could go nuts and just go full on crazy rockets. Before I do that, let me just see if there's anything else that I kind of want. That stuff sucks. Some of that's useful, but nah. That stuff sucks. Some of that's useful, kind of, but later, but kind of useful, but fuck all that. Yeah, you know, fuck it, man. Big, powerful rockets. You know, Let's not worry about trying to get up into the atmosphere and all that crap when I can just make a gigantic fucking rocket. It's guaranteed to. So, I'm going to get rid of this. See, look at this, 1500. This is what I had on my second stage before, 650 max thrust. 1500. So I could put one of those on, but no, what I'm going to do is I like to put this guy on here. This thing's monstrous in itself. Because that's 2000. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these guys on, put these guys on. And then these big orange tanks. Not sure if I don't want these higher up. I think I do. And then these monstrous engines. Yeah, you know what? Let's be real about this. You know, let's not fuck about. These I will have to put separatrons on because if this makes contact with the thing, it's gonna. The main ship, it's all going to fall apart fairly rapidly, both figuratively and literally. God, I don't like how that went on. Like, it doesn't have to be amazingly symmetrical, but I just prefer it if it was close, you know? Like, that isn't. The only problem with this is it's really hard to tell what you're doing sometimes. It's kind of just a lot of eyeballing it and guesswork. Like that I'm not happy with. Close enough. What I'm also going to do, just to be on the safe side, do some of that. Right, separatrons. Put one on top for good measure. Oh. And they all need to go up in there. So, let me just make sure I got this right. Those engines go. My decouplers here will all go, and then separatrons will fire, and then that guy in the middle will go. So, go for one more moon landing. I might do another one after this, but probably not in this video. Just because you'll land on a different part of the moon, there's more science and stuff. And oh, I didn't put my ladders on that I bought, and also that bouncing around like that is not a good sign. So let's go back to vehicle assembly and fix both of those problems right now. Now that put one on, I didn't put four on. And now I have to try and mouse over this in such a way that I only fucking select the connector. God damn you, Kerbal. Because like, I don't want to dismantle fucking everything, but if I have to, I will. There we go, right. Great. Now, ladder. Did I not research that? Yeah, I did. Well, you're going to see the problems firsthand here. Such as, how do I actually do this and actually still get my parachutes on? I move my parachutes. No, don't put 4 of them on there, put 2. This is the other problem. So if you mouse over, like if I mouse over my little orange shit now, it automatically changes 2 to a 4. Would have made placing these impossible, and it would have sucked. Like it just did then. Because it's just trying to make everything symmetrical because the game's dumb and doesn't know how to do anything else. Which I guess is really what you kind of want. Where did this other one go? Yeah, they look to be in about the same place. Ladder. So, these little 2 marks here are where you get out. And I have found through much fiddling. Come on. That might not actually connect, but I guess we'll find out. I find through much fiddling you can actually turn yourself around on these ladders and do it properly, but while I am certain there must be a way of overcoming the overhang, I have not discovered what it is. So, here's the problem. I can build, no problem, a ladder going up here. The problem is when I get the Kerbal up this ladder to here, I don't know how to get him from this side to this flat edge. Like I've tried doing stuff like that, but I don't think that will get me anywhere either. But you know what? I'm going to build all this anyway, because this is what I do. And you know, occasionally you get what you want. Like, if you don't land on a perfectly flat bit of rock, which is well within the realms of possibility, like this will be off to one side and you can jump up, and so like to me, because you can turn weird angles on these ladders, like something like that might even work for all I know. But you know what? Let's find out. Yeah, that bounce does not fill me with a lot of joy. Still. Ooh. Did you see that, where this pulled apart from there? I probably should put some more struts on. My concern is when I get rid of these orange guys, and I'm just relying on the power of this, especially that I forgot to put wings on it, like it's just going to flop around and spin and be a horrible, horrible mess. But you know, if that happens, that would be a good point to end this video. So this has this has plenty of power. This could get me to Minmus, which is the outer moon, fairly easily, maybe. But you know, let's just stick to going to the moon for now. There's still some science to be obtained there, especially if I can actually land and get out and get a surface sample. Also, the EVA report, like the EVA report I did when I was just hanging on, would have been different in its merit than if I had actually got onto the surface, because it still counts like being like in space above the moon rather than on the moon, or at least that's been my experience. You'll see. I really hope I've done enough of these Sepultrons. I have my doubts. I might have just made it so that this top bit just smashes in up here and then I'm in all kinds of trouble. But we're going to find out in, I don't know, maybe 30 or 40 seconds here, if I had to guess. A minute. That could not have worked any better than it did. That was sexy. Right, how am I doing for height? Wow, I got plenty of height. Okay, so I'm not even going to start this next stage until I get to the peak, because really, why bother? I say when I get to the peak, I'm going to do it like a minute or so before I actually get there, to be on the safe side. And slow down time. Try and get my trajectory right. Get the throttle up and ready to go. And punch it. Yeah, see, this should get me into orbit a lot quicker. Also burns fuel off a lot quicker, but you know, whatever. It's where it turns out I actually went too far up before going across, and now I'm not being able to do it. Which is totally a thing that happens. There you go, so the apoapsis and periapsis switch. Okay, and that's all my fuel, so get rid of that. And onto my little lander rocket. Yeah, I'd have probably been better off on that first stage, just aim a bit more towards the horizon, as it were. Just extending out my arc first rather than doing it all with that second stage. But it's fine, I'm going to have so much fuel. Like landing and getting back, it should be absolutely no problem. Oh, sweet, straight into moon orbit. First time, love it. So let's speed up until we get there. They just love it when shit works. Excellent, now. Well, I could wait to get to the periapsis, I can't be bothered. I'm just going to, oh shit, if this thing stops spinning, I'm just going to accelerate away from that now. Basically kill all my speed. To allow the moon's gravity to take its hold. Let's actually try and make it so I land on the light side so I can see what the hell I'm doing. Wouldn't that be nice? Seems good. Let's extend my legs before I forget. There we go. There we go. And there's the moon. Speed shit up. Till I get a tad closer. And then same thing, try and accelerate back onto the planet and yada yada yada. kind of don't need to start accelerating yet, but I kind of want to. See, the danger is you let your speed get too high and then you can never pull it back. Because this is not the most powerful rocket I got on the bottom of here. But yeah, this is going to be fine. This time I'm going to be able to see what I'm doing. In theory. Assuming I don't fuck it all up before I even get there by leaving it too long to accelerate. I should be okay. Seems like I'm okay, to be honest. I wonder while I'm just doing this. Sure. Why not, right? Yeah, so I kind of have a lot of fuel, but I still don't want to waste it. Get down to 10,000 and punch it again. Maybe not 10,000. See, that is, in many ways, the appeal of this game. It's so easy to spend a good 10-15 minutes accomplishing all this stuff and then just get impatient at the last minute and fuck it all up. It's kind of like Euro Truck Simulator. Like it demands your complete attention. It's kind of an easy game which you know what's going on, but it demands your complete attention. If you don't pay attention to it, you can fuck up real bad super quickly. This looks to be relatively flat where I'm coming down now, which is always good. The last thing you want to do is land on a slope because this thing will tip over, it's so top heavy. I mean, that's really the main purpose of these girders, because I used to just bolt the landing legs straight onto the tank and you just roll over. No problems. Where's my shadow? I don't see my shadow. There it is. See how much easier that landing is? Just because I can see my shadow, I can kind of get a better gauge of how far away I am from the surface. Don't tip over. Great. So, crew report. Excellent. 20 science. Don't mind if I do. Reserve materials bay. 100 science. Thank you. Mystery goo. There's another 40. Now then. So I'm going to do an EVA up here. Because I can transmit that for the same amount of science. I'll keep that board. Review. And transmit. Out comes the old antenna. I'm going to EVA again, and I'm going to let go. And I'm going to hope I can actually get back into the ship. But I'm going to do an EVA while I'm here. I'm going to take a surface sample, 120 science. I plant the flag, just because, you know, I can. Whatever. And now, the challenging bit, trying to get back in. Just because I have that ladder does not make it guarantee. Like, I don't anticipate a problem actually getting to this ladder. See? But it's this bit. Because look, that just happens. My hope is that you just grab onto that bit that's going horizontally. Like it almost did there. I might be onto something here, ladies and gentlemen. People of the internet. People of YouTube. Yes! Holy crap. I can't believe it. I've been struggling with this game, with that very thing for so fucking long. Oh my god, game changer. Absolute game changer. Genuinely. Bored. Right then. Let's get back to planet. I have loads of fuel, this should be no problem. While I'm at it though, transmit that. Don't transmit that. Now, assuming I have enough fuel, which I would suggest that I do, this seems to be rather successful. Right, same again. I'm going to get to this point here, and then accelerate in the opposite direction that I'm actually travelling in to slow myself down. This will move in towards the planet. I get hailed as a brave explorer. Everyone's happy. You know what? I'm close enough to that anyway. I'm just going to punch it. So, this symbol means it's the slowing down direction. The retrograde, I believe, is the technical term. But whatever. Get this down to 0. Excellent. So much fuel left. Speed up time. Go back to this view because it's cooler. Super close to the planet now, so I'm just going to burn off the rest of this fuel. Take off some of my speed. I still have a lot of fuel left. I don't think it's still enough to go to Minmus though. Because you got to remember, I was using this stage still just to get to the moon and land on it. Like I'd have to use so much more to get out to Minmus. And also because Minmus doesn't go around the same axis as the planet does, as Kerbin does. So you have to do a lot more manoeuvring and stuff, and of course all the manoeuvring you do uses fuel, and it becomes a real problem. Frankly, I'm just excited to find out about that ladder thing. That is a genuine game changer. Like, the amount of times I spent like 20 minutes trying to get back into a ship after I got out onto the surface of a moon or a planet is unfucking believable. God damn. All I knew is it took its one weirdly placed ladder, then game changer. Right, same old deal again. That's done. Pop the chutes. Speed up a little bit just to get close. This is one I really don't want to rush because I don't want the game to screw me out of all my science that I just got. Which was a lot. Just out of curiosity. Nope. Right, until I get under 500 meters and these parachutes open fully, I'm not fast forwarding. Sorry internet, you just gotta watch this. I'm sure you can appreciate my reasoning. Sure. Let's have 3.5 science for doing nothing. Well, my chute's opened. Let's speed things up a little. My concern is that I'm landing on a slope. This whole thing's going to roll over a million times and blow up, which has happened before and is the worst. And I can't really see if what I'm landing. Oh, this might go bad. I really hope it doesn't, but this might go bad. Please don't go bad. Please, Kerbal Space Program. Stay there. Stay. Stay. Don't you fucking... See, I still have some control here, but... There. Oh, amazing. Yes. Good fucking shit. You know what? Just because I'm gonna get back in. I think that is going to wrap things up for this particular video. This rather successful video. Recover. That is a lot of science. Oh man. Right, well, we're going to go on our science shopping spree next time. But let me tell you, considering these all cost 90 and I got 400. So what's that, 4 of these I can get? Or I could just... Oh, I can't get that, that's 550. But either way, we're going to have some fun next time round, getting some more stuff. Hey, that's going to do it for now, guys. Cheers, been a blast. See ya.